Okay, BBC Pigeon audience, this is not the Federal High Court, where a moment ago the federal government arraigned the Ogbonge Nnamdi Kanu. We know, say, just hours after the Minister of Justice, when they talk about how governments been catch am, they bring and come here, the Federal High Court. If you see this court here, we will see, say, plenty people full ground, journalists, people plenty for ground, where it been come cover the event. But what happened be say immediately when we come the Federal High Court, then whisk come away. But before that session, him be enter court, and then we look at in case and the federal government arena. But before we go, I will tell now, say, the Minister of Justice Malami being informed the Nigerian media and the Nigerian people, say them being work with the security agencies. They say they serious work with security agencies to ensure, say, they return Nnamdi Kanu back. We don't already know the influence of Nnamdi Kanu and waiting the activities where he don't they do as person where they support the separatist group IPOP, and the government, they say that group they no support, they don't prescribe and say no be better group, and that government they intentionally they ready to make sure, say, that's their demand no succeed because of say them want Biafra, and sake of that, that's why the Nigerian government don't they involve with Nnamdi Kanu issue. They don't arraign for court, Federal High Court here, with 11 count charges where him be no answer and run away. Today for court. Now, we'll go waiting. Oga Malami tell journalists before them bring and come court. Oga Malami say, he be one inform Nigerians, say the Nigerian government security agencies don't succeed to grab Nnamdi Kanu today. And truly today, he come court. And he appear before court, before Justice Binta Nyako. What think that one mean be say, the Nigerian government, a beautiful, now very exciting moment for the Nigerian government and authority. Consider, say, they don't watch Nnamdi Kanu, and the fact say the activities where they do and waiting they happen for the southeastern part of the country, don't they really depend the Nigerian government? Don't they wonder, say, the people where they follow them, now then they cause kata for the southeastern part of the country, and the government don't they ready to see how they go baba. So now very exciting news for the Nigerian government, now very exciting news for the authority and the security agents for the country, as they announced, say, Nnamdi Kanu don't land Nigeria. And this now the Federal High Court, we just watch this now BBC Pigeon live broadcast from the Federal High Court here from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. As Oga Malami they talk and they inform Nigerians, say they don't bring Nnamdi Kanu to come face the charges where you run away from Nigeria. And we know, say, now Senator Baribe been take in hand, been alarmed that time, been waiting they talk, say now him become saying go bail, and because of that one, now he say in life they threatening. Say when he then give them grant and that bill, say he been there Nigeria, and him been they do come here, they do something until security people come begin, they attack people from in area, they attacking followers, they do anyhow, so then they kill people anyhow. Now so in fear, now he make way in run away. But Malami say now serious work where security agencies do to see, say, Nnamdi Kanu return back to Nigeria to face the law. Kanu go see answer the 11 count charges where being they face for court before he tried to escape justice, and they don't they ready to represent him for court. Security agencies arrest Kanu on the 27th of this month, where be Sunday, as they talk, as they don't take and go court. Oga Malami also say say them go detain now. Oga Malami also, when they bring and come court, Oga Shuaibu Labaran, where be the prosecution counsel, be apply, say, make them detain Kanu for DSS custody. What it make when they say they detain Kanu for DSS custody because of, say, of the high profile person where he be, and so they no go put him for Kuje prison. As you see now, this is what you see now, journalists where come cover the event. Many of us no see him before we could even land there. They don't cover in face, whisk and carry and come out. But waiting, Oga Shuaibu 12 court be say for before Oga Nyako be say the Justice Binta Nyako be say. Now where in don't come back, they no one ready to hear say bing or in escape. They don't hear that kind of thing again, or say bake. So they say this one, he will surely face the law and say make them accelerate the hearing. Make them no wait, make them keep them for there for long. Make them put every legal element together, mobilize everybody, go mobilize, informing lawyer, make them come they enter court. And for July 26th to 27th, court go sit down to hear in case. He say Kanu be wrong, come out, answer in charges. Say in carry bail, in give am bail as per say, then look Senator face, Abaribe face, give am bail. But himself no respect the bail, come up for Niger. And since then, even when he come up for Niger, he still they involved for the activities of IPOP. See they talk anyhow on top, say they inspire people, they ginger people for southeastern part of the country, some group of them. Make them also they carry fire. We don't see say they don't plenty police stations, plenty government institutions, they don't burn them for southeastern part of the country. Where don't worry government say they don't even sit down with the Minister of Employment and Labor and Employment, Mr. Ngige. They don't even sit down. They don't get plenty engagement with even the southeastern governors. But still yet, because of the crisis, they think no end. And they say, Naim, they try the ginger boys them when they destroy government properties like that. And sake of that, they won't do accelerated hearing. So from the 26th of July to 27th of July, Justice Binta don't agree, say, Kai, may they can't put mouth for the matter. And may they can't make sure say that 11 count charges on top say government they say in the sponsor terrorism things care, and then for treason felony and all of those kind of things where be say they do against government, they make it can't answer all the query and question for inside court. And secondly, they say the court say the trial will begin immediately and they no go wait time this time. Also, we don't know say IPOP and their activities for the southeastern part of the country. We don't see the activities of they say in your own activities they don't they threaten the existence of Nigeria, and that Nigeria no go fit divide. The government they say Nigeria nobody go fit threaten Nigeria, and say Nigeria nobody pass Nigeria. We know say for the broadcast where the government do for Democracy Day, he don't say everybody where they fight against the country and where they fight against in rule, say them go hold all of that. It be like say this one the answer to the promises where you make Nigeria and say, hey, all those where they work against the country, and go bring them to book. The blessing at the justice now in the show. So this arrest and detainment show say Nigerian government eye full everywhere. It be like say they tell people now say if you do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Say nobody get power past the government of any country. And awaiting the government and the statement where the government won't make with that. And I make then say then go make sure say the prosecution and everything was supposed to happen for this court, and this court the case go they happen, so they go make sure say everything happen as it be. So now waiting happen today for the Federal High Court for Abuja be that, and many people were there here. Most of us will be journalists as we hear when we run come, we no see them for face, but few people also see them and they say when they ask them for court, say why in jump bail, in say now fear make and way in jump bail. Say I think jump bail then they keep people for the southeastern part of the country, and in the fear say they go kill them too. Now he make way he jump bail, but the court say that one no supposed to give a reason for that one, and that then go try him and then go here in case. As they bring and come court today, him wear a black like a tracksuit black one, now he carry enter court, and they don't detain him for DSS facility because they say DSS facility if they good, and they go make sure say them protect and make sure say everything they can't pay, and then go they come court on the 26th and 27th of July. And we the BBC Pidgin, we go day live here. They give now all the story as it they happen from inside court and from all the activities where they happen. I will also tell on say for this court today, security they beefed up around the court premises. If you go outside, plenty security now in full ground, and plenty people there here, plenty anxiety, anticipation, plenty people won't know exactly what they happen, whether now him true or not. Then they try no waiting to happen. We don't see any of the lawyers.
When you're good, tell me.
Okay. 1 minute, please.
So
I want to record, please. Can you which one are you?
We don't see any of the lawyers, but we get one of our person where they inside the court, where see the matter as see they happen.
Okay, can you tell us your name?
My name is Eric. Ikilai. I am a journalist with the Nation newspaper.
Okay, you were in the court. You were at the courtroom.
Yes.
Where the Nnamdi Kanu was arraigned. Can you tell us what has
He
happened?
wasn't arraigned.
Okay.
He was brought to court by the DSS, and the lawyer to the government told the court that the man Kanu had been at large. He was granted bail earlier in 2017, but since then he jumped bail and has flouted the bail conditions. So he now applied that Kanu be remanded in the custody of the DSS and that the trial be accelerated so that the case can be concluded on time. The case was initially adjourned till October 20th, but by his application, the court brought the trial back to July 26th and ordered that he be remanded in the custody of the DSS pending then, and asked the prosecuting lawyer to inform the defendant, the lawyer to the defendant, so that they can attend court at the next date. And then after proceedings, Kanu sought the permission of the court to talk and said he was absent in court. He has been absent in court because his house was invaded by some people who killed some people, and that he didn't want to be killed. That was why he has not been able. That's why he went underground and has not been able to attend court. It wasn't that he deliberately absented himself from court. So the court told him to liaise with his lawyer so that he can prepare for his subsequent.
Can you please describe what Kanu looked like when you saw him today?
He looked okay. He was clean shaven. Although he was brought in court earlier, hooded. They removed the hood and he was looking well. He was dressed in black tracksuit. That was all.
Do you see him? You know him?
I
that
know
was
him. I
Nnamdi
saw
Kanu.
he had little megemu like the one that is white, that is gray. So he looks well, okay, and he spoke well. He looked healthy, as I saw.
So what did he say?
Okay, so now waiting at a few things where we go get, different from so many things where we don't talk for here. We don't hear say, then see and koro. So for many of now where they say, if we don't see in face, I will not say we go believe say Nnamdi Kanu. True, we don't get person where say and koro. Saying they clean shaved, in they calm, in wear black tracksuit, and in get small game for where he carry, and so in they come and in tell to the court, he tell court, made them grant him access to talk and in talk. So from the 26th, we go see say the speedy trial go begin, and we go to see how people go they talk about how the issue go they go and how quick then go accelerate the trial. This is a very is a landmark will be landmark trial for this country, where so many people, both international and local people, go want look out for to see the outcome of how this go play out in the next coming days. And we from the BBC Pidgin, we go there here, we they give on the story as they happen live from the Federal High Court of Nigeria. Now, how much where we go take? Now, the much where we go take from the Federal High Court video. As we get more info about what's they happen and how the case go continue, we go bring and come give now. Is this now the BBC live broadcast from the Federal High Court here Abuja, where they bring Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, come. I just want to take briefly, make we see the floor where as the trial go start on the 26th of July, make una see where the floor where the trial go happen. This now the 5th floor of the Federal High Court here for Abuja, and the justice where go try Nnamdi Kanu, na Justice Binta Nyako, And this na the court 2, where the trial go happen. Na no say na 4 o'clock and they don't close court. Na im make where I no go fit carry na go inside to describe wetin go happen and give una scenarios of wetin go happen on that day. I don't tell una before say this case na very high profile case, and this na the 5th floor where go house all the people. Now you see this na the lobby area where journalists go there that day, and this na the main court where Justice Binta Nyako go there. Everybody wey know Justice Binta Nyako, they know and say she no dey fear anything, and she dey chook mouth on top serious matter and issues wey dey for country concerning corruption, concerning terrorism, and so many other big high profile cases. And this case also, he said go now she go sit down where go review the case, hear the matter, can, and he don't give order say this case na speedy trial then go do. Wetin be speedy trial for law? It means say they no go waste time on top this matter, no plenty adjournment, no plenty go sit down for 2 weeks, come back. Now probably day to day or 2 days, and they will carry do the matter. And where Nnamdi Kanu dey now? We know say today, unexpectedly, nobody even expect him. We just hear the Minister of Justice begin to talk, say, we don't catch IPOP leader, he dey with us since Sunday, and he dey for DSS custody, and we dey arraign am for court. Before we know, just close eye, blink eye, they don't bring am come court. Then where are him there with him black suit? Now he enter this court, and this na the court where house am. Many people wey see and say him dey calm, him dey well shaved, him dey calm, and him dey articulate. He even address the court on top why he run away from when he abscond, even when they give him bail. So on the 26th, what will happen be say the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu then go represent him. So as they don't carry and go back DSS custody, because the court don't say they can go back DSS custody because na high profile case in be, and we know say the country don't charge on government don't charge on top treason felony, they don't charge on top 11 count charges where border plenty serious matter like terrorism, treason, and plenty other issues. And so he go come answer this question. Now according to waiting we gather be say the fact say in John bail no mean say they no go give him fair hearing. They will give am fair hearing, they go hear in matter well, and then they go decide waiting in fate go be. So as it be now the Federal High Court for Abuja where the case go happen be this, and plenty people don't chook eye for this matter. Nobody expected. I sure say Nigerian wake up with their ear with this news, go just shock them and say how it carry happen. Many questions where plenty people they ask, they say which country then catch him, how it carry happen, and waiting really dey ground. Which country? The country, the Minister of Justice say na very strong security collabo. Then they carry catch and call Niger. But many people they ask say, who be this security collabo? Where they come from? How come Nigerians no know? How come he dey for custody since Sunday and the info no leak? And so this kind of thing still the border waiting Nigerians expect. So on the 26th go be plenty drama, plenty things for Nigerians to see, plenty international plus local media go full ground brekete, and then go they talk about this matter for here. And we tell una say na Justice Binta Nyako na him go listen to the matter. So make we tell una say make we carry now do a bit of background as to waiting really happen, waiting don't happen before. This not be the first time they carry Nnamdi Kanu come court for Nigeria. We know say the Federal High Court for Abuja, Nigeria for March 2019 don't order the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That time Nnamdi Kanu arrest order now on top accused of treasonable felony. Justice Binta Nyako said the trial of Kanu where don't fail to appear for court since April 25, 2017. They without any explanation will begin even if they absent. We know say him be abscond. When they give him bail, we know say him be no can appear for court, him can run away. And in explanation be say in the fear say then they go attack him. As per say they don't they kill some of his followers, and they even be attacking his house. So sake of that one, now he make where in Kai enter Jackpot come off from this country. Sake of that one, even when in no day, Senator Abaribe were being collecting hand where he go bail, the court been they ask him questions, say where he go, where the allow and wrong go. So they been they ask questions that, and the court been sit down for April, sit down and they can't do this chook mouth on top of this matter. The judge based in decision on provision of section 252 of the Administrative of Criminal Justice Act 2015 say Kanu lawyer Oga Ifeanyi Ejiofor bin oppose the prosecuting counsel Magaji Labaran where even carry am come court today tell court say and say don run comot like this, they no go leave am kai say go must dey DSS custody, then go hold am, and na from there e go dey come do in trial case for the Federal High Court. And sake of say him don't even jump bail before, that one lawyer say na big wahala. It means say they trustworthy, and sake of that one bail no go dey for again. Ejiofor asked the court to give him more time to explain why him client never appear for court, but the court no gree give him that time. So for January 2018, Federal High Court for Abuja, Nigeria, throw case where indigenous people of Biafra IPOB bring to free Kanu. IPOB that time be say they won't make the court order them Chief of Army Staff Tukur Buratai to release their leader Nnamdi Kanu. Tori be say at some point confusion been there about the whereabouts of Nnamdi Kanu after he disappeared after he been get bail for April 2017. So from April 2017 till now, him be no day around, and the government they say as he even no day around, himself no close mouth. He been they talk plenty, he been they do plenty, and they say that one self he dey still they break the country, and see in action now be say he won't break the country, and because of that one the government say he no go allow person or people or group of people to terrorize the country, say they go fight and make sure say the country remain one, and at that one make where they carry and come court now make it come finish the matter when it starts so that justice go happen, and I'll make where they bring and come court today. Now, so for court wetin be happen be say in the government lawyer talk say now where in don come court say they go make sure say make court grant them speedy trial so that no go fit get any reason to say he won't run or claim anything again, say the trial go happen so that justice go happen according to how e suppose be. If he dey free, government go give am freedom, but if he no dey free, the thing where suppose happen to person where they accuse like as they accuse am say it go happen to am. So basically on the 26th of July, the court can say na 26th of July then go here. It been put on for 20th of October. They say no, say they no fit wait to say this matter now ogbonge matter. Say they go must hear and kai so that whatever thing where suppose dey it go happen. And this one I be say government self don't open mouth talk say anybody where they fight the government, anybody where won't cause katakata for the country, say they no go allow. But who be this Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Oku Kanu, then born out for 25th September 1967, and na Nigerian. He be also Biafra activist, and he's also na British citizen. Now he be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Kanu found IPOB for 2014. Another people go say na 2012, 2014. The main aim of IPOB na to create an independent state of the people of Old Eastern region of Nigeria through an independent referendum. The plan, however, no be new one. No be today when they call for say make them break up, maybe Biafra day, it don't take. For 1967, the Eastern Nigerian leader then been summoned proposal made them declare Biafran, say which brought Chukwu Emeka Ojukwu and Philip F. Young as Biafran leader for May 31, 1967. This one, we know how it carry end. This was after the counter coup of July 29, 1967 and the Igbo program in northern Nigeria for that year, where it resulted to the killing of the people for the region. Sake of this, we know how the Nigerian Biafra war can start and waiting don't happen, where it don't become a dark history for the country. And sake of this, many people will be of the Eastern extract, plenty young people now, so they've been they support the IPOB agenda because it been represent waiting they think say their forefathers don't fight for on top the Biafran war where plenty people don't die. They feel say now to realize them and take off say they marginalize, say better things no they come there, say they know they give them political appointment, say even president to become president for the country self, they know they agree allow them, and say sake of that one, say anything they need to be Nigeria again when then they don't get the same right as every other person. Now, sake of this, where they come from Biafra radio, can they advocate their matter, can they talk plenty things until the Nigerian government can declare and say na bad organization and say the state go fight them. And after that one, they can prescribe and say na no be waiting supposed day ground for Nigeria. Nigerian authority and the group and their military arm, which will be ESN, they don't kata kata, and we don't see how they don't burn plenty government institutions for the southeastern part of the country, where don't lead to billions of naira where don't cost the country billions of naira. Now, sake of this, why the Nigerian government say they no could just sit down watch. See, say somebody destroy the country. The country don't they suffer plenty kata kata on top security. We don't get plenty security matter for the country. The issue of banditry, the issue of kidnapping, the Boko Haram issue for the northeastern part of the country, don't they worry the government? And for the democracy speech, the government say this not time to fight all those where won't bring the country down. And this one, a very landmark achievement for the government, according to waiting the authority they talk. Say this one a very landmark achievement to show say government they ready to hold everybody accountable, especially those when no want the unity of the country. They say the country no go fit they divided, say they want the country to be one, and any separatist group where one fight, one cause kata kata for the country, then go fight them. So now waiting they happen for the Federal High Court. I don't sure now how the court be. The Federal High Court is a very large court where get 5th floor, and at the 5th floor, now the case will happen on that day. This is not the lobby where media people go did that day, and now don't show nothing at court too. Now the Binta Nyako court, and now where the case go happen. We go see plenty security people where go take over this place on the 26th, and plenty security operatives will take over this day because na very high profile case. We know they clear whether IPOP don't react to this issue today, and you know they clear whether they go come the court can't do protests or anything, but plenty drama will happen on the 26th. And the BBC Pidgin, we go they here can't pay tanda here for the court from morning till night. They give na Tory on top waiting they have. If you just join us, this is the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Federal High Court Abuja, where me, Doshima Abu, they give na details of waiting they happen for the court today. So now the court don't close. I know if you carry na go inside to show now where you go sit down and everything will go happen for the court to give na plenty explanation on top waiting go happen for the court. But now the little what we bring na from the court premises be this.
He's not there. They say he's not there. What they will tell you now. What they will say is divert your attention. By the time you are here waiting, you don't come up.
So this is the Federal High Court Abuja, where Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is going to be arraigned. He's expected to be arraigned here at the Federal High Court Abuja any moment from now. Kanu has just been extradited back to Nigeria after he's been absent for more than 14 months from the court. He was being prosecuted at the court for alleged treasonable felony following his agitations for a Republic of Biafra. Kanu was arrested in the UK and brought back to Nigeria, and he is expected at the Federal High Court Abuja here, where the cable is covering live any moment from now at the Federal High Court Abuja, where Nnamdi Kanu is going to be arraigned any moment from now by the federal government.
They're passing through that. They don't go. See their motor now. See the motor way further. Oh, God, I'll blow the cab here.
From what you understand here, the federal government has just brought Kanu to court, but they are preventing the media from getting pictures of him. He just arrived at the court moments ago, but covered by the DSS operatives that just brought him to court. Over there. So we are here at the Federal High Court of Abuja, where Nnamdi Kanu is expected to be arraigned any moment from now. The cable is live at the court premises. With us here is one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, a member of his legal team, standing here with us. Expected to be arraigned here any moment from now.
Of course, I was here when they brought him. Okay, what transpired in court now? Journalists, what transpired in court? Nobody was. They applied. They applied in court. So they are able to get applied.
So from what we are learning now, Kanu was secretly brought inside the court premises, and the federal government prosecution team had applied for remand from what we understand, and they couldn't allow the media to get a glimpse of him. But at the moment, it seems they are still holding him detained in one of the courtrooms at the moment. We are here with the legal team and see if he will speak to the cable on the situation.
I don't even know whether, but if not that I called you, yes? You not even. So me say, what are you talking? You didn't know what about.
Yeah, just tell us what. How would you assess? How confused are you? What would you say you've learned? Have you been informed about any development so far? Has the federal government informed you about any development? Have you been officially communicated that your client was arrested and extradited back to the country? So we are here with one of a member of Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. His name is Maxwell. So he was going to address the media, but he just declined that he isn't going to speak again over fear of intimidation by the DSS authorities that just brought Nnamdi Kanu moments ago. Live here at the Federal High Court, Abuja, where Kanu was supposed to be arraigned. We are still waiting for his arraignment. As you can see, the media is here present. The cable covers, the cable is present at the moment, trying to see how things unfold. There's apprehension, there is tension even within the court premises. No one knows for sure where Kanu has been taken to, any of the court rooms he's been taken to. He was expected to be arraigned at the court room 5 at the Federal High Court complex here, but it appears as though the federal government has maybe changed their plans or keeping hold on that. So we expect that the federal government is going to apply for remand to get him detained in the DSS custody pending his next appearance in court. None of that is certain yet. The federal government prosecution team is silent on that yet. The cable had earlier approached Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, one of his lawyers, but he says he can't speak at the moment. That's him standing over there, Mr. Obara. So yeah, we are live here at the Federal High Court Abuja, where Kanu is supposed to be arraigned. It's a full house with the media here, with lawyers on the ground, and with police officers and other security agencies, tight security here at the Federal High Court premises, where Kanu is expected to be arraigned. And we are still waiting here. This is the Federal High Court Abuja, where Kanu is being prosecuted for alleged treasonable felony. He was granted bail in 2017 and he left the court. He was granted bail in 2017, and he was released from prison where he was being held in 2019, and since then no word yet about his appearance.
I confirm whether he's the one or not. No, they are for
So there's a confusion at the court premises now. The prosecution team, the DSS operatives that brought him to court, says that they didn't want the media to get close to Kanu or to even see a glimpse of him. He was covered. Kanu was covered, hooded with cover with the DSS operatives, and they couldn't allow the media to get a glimpse of the IPOB leader. So now there are questions as to if really he is Nnamdi Kanu. The journalists on the ground said most of them didn't get a glimpse of him. The federal government has released pictures claiming to be that of Nnamdi Kanu, but then no one is sure if he is still at the court premises, if he has been taken away. No one is certain about any of that. We are still at the court premises where Kanu is expected to be arraigned in the court. Any moment from now, the Federal High Court Abuja, where he is facing trials for alleged treasonable felony. You would recall Kanu was granted bail earlier and he later absconded after jumping his bail, and he's been in the UK where he was arrested yesterday and extradited back to the country today. He is currently in Nigeria and expected to appear in court for continuation of his trial live here at the Federal High Court Abuja.
Today, when they bring Nnamdi Kanu, if you just tell us how the scenario be, drama been happen or how it been carry happen?
Drama been happen in a way, but not be serious drama in the sense that they come out from courts. I mean, go federal court to do one case. So I come out, then I see my friends from DSS. They just come with, the way they come now in the Gestapo manner, plenty motor center, and then they pack one for front of the entrance to the federal court. Me, I know that one high-profile person, they won't carry from court today. So immediately now when I see the people, I know I cross because I know some of the guys already my friends. So we were having a conversation, and then we talked. So I asked them, say, what's happened? Then next time I know Nnamdi Kanu they carry come court. So we talk now. Then within that same period, they bring Nnamdi Kanu come from inside the motor, carry him, enter the court. Then they carry enter inside the court. Then they arraign them before justice. Of course, they don't arraign them before session. Just to finish what they happened before. Then they apply. The states apply. Say okay, they don't arrest this man with jump bail before. Now they give them dates to continue their trial. Then in the interim, now they'll keep out for their place until maybe if the lawyers decide to file another bail application, or they'll keep on there do expedited hearing for the next date. So the court's going to grant the application, going to adjourn the case to 26th of July this year, where we do so 2021.
Okay, so as person where be human rights activists and so where also the day court every time on the 26th, waiting which kind thing go play out for court? What Nigerians go expect say it go play out for court on the 26th?
This one a serious matter in the sense that see the thing be say now they'll give them bail. Bail in a way na constitutional rights, but bail now for the court to also decide. It's now for the court to look, say this person deserve bail, you know deserve bail. If the court say deserve bail, the court will give you bail. They say you deserve bail, they don't give you bail. Now the court don't look now, they no case. Or upon say they charge them for very serious offense, like treasonable felony. Another serious offense will be saying no even entitled to bail naturally. But the court can't use in discretion, still grant and bail, say okay, go house, go relax, come back and continue your trial. Now after the courts go overboard, you jump the bail. Now, once the court don't give you bail, you don't jump bail. You know they're entitled to bail as a matter of course again. No? Now, asking we try be that. So on that day now, I know for C situation where lawyers will come to the court, come they argue, say, I don't give us bail again. Nothing like that will happen. Waiting go like clap on that one 6 be say, you know, lawyers will come court. From where they stopped the last time, within trial will continue. So if now for the state to call witnesses or for them to open defense, so at that stage you go enter. Then the what best way the court will do for them is say they go order for accelerated hearing so that the court will fit decide a case accordingly. And if peradventure the court or the state feels say within that period this man Nnamdi Kanu already commit other offences, they feel amend the charges or file other charges against them or amend the charges to bring more counts against them for this trial. But if they feel say they still continue this trial as it is so, they continue this trial as it is so, then the court will decide if it's one way or the other. If the court, the fact say jump bail, no be say they guilty, and the fact say jump bail, no be say no they guilty. Anything if you make person jump bail, if you jump bail because of say if you say no go there entitled to fair trial for this proceedings. If you jump bail because of say you get what you don't go do for that place where you need to go do, and you know if you wait. I know you know say if you come court, coffee no grant you the application to travel when you want them. So different reasons will make you jump bail. And you still if you jump bail, go, still come back, and the court go still feel say waiting the person you do, you know do them. So if at the end of the day the court feels say Nnamdi Kanu to commit any offense, they go say Nnamdi Kanu, you know do anything, no, they go your house. And if on the other hand they feel say the offenses where they charge them for has been they prove them, they say prove them through leading serious evidence against them, then they go give her waiting in their entitled to either na life imprisonment or fine or anything they go give her, they will give her. But on that day, no question say we will get normal full trial with people will be witness. And I'll go also advise the states. Nobody they're guilty until court say you they're guilty. The fact saying he ain't jump bail, I know jump bail. You don't know why he jump bail. But yes, the fact saying jump bail, don't be saying they're guilty. So many they talk now say because say they don't go arrest and kind of come and they talk say Nnamdi Kanu they guilty, Nnamdi Kanu na terrorist. You know be so. For now, the constitution talks say until the lead evidence prove you guilty, you dey innocent. Nnamdi Kanu still dey innocent.
Okay, so when we talk about speedy trial, for young people who don't understand them, when we talk about speedy trial, how many weeks or months speedy trial feel reach? How you feel stretch this case like this? Because we know say in case na high profile case, how stretch the case will be?
In short, the ACJ talks say trial of this nature, criminal trial of this nature supposed they happen. There is supposed to adjourn for every 2 days. Now, speedy trial depends on still waiting happen. If you want to speedy trial, is for them to now collaborate on how to get speedy trial. For instance, now the court will say okay, we want speedy trial. The court will say okay, every day. If we adjourn the case for every day, and they go say on this also day, I will take 3 witnesses. On this also day, I will assign 5 hours to you for your trial on this very day. That one is speedy trial. Those are just things we say you do to ensure speedy trial. So if on that day now they come court now the court will say, well on this day we go take how many witnesses you get. Maybe they get 5 witnesses, the states, to prove their case. The court will say your 5 witnesses take them within 2 days. You see within 2 days now, the state will close their case. They go say, okay, you how many witnesses you get? Defense, how many witnesses you want call? I want call 5 witnesses. Okay, 5 witnesses will give you 3 days to call your 5 witnesses. You say after 3 days, you go close in your case too. Then the next thing, either they go file no case submission or the court, or either after the case, after the state now close their case, they now have a choice to decide whether to enter defense or to file no case submission. If they feel say the case where the state lay against them, the state no prove them, they go enter no case submission. They go file no case submission to show say the evidence where the state don't lead, you know tally with what they charge them for. If the court believes say yes, what they talk now true, say no case against them, they go discharge them, make it go in house.
Okay, so as person where don't they inside court where they do court matter too, they don't charge them for 11 things, and treasonable felony now one of them. For international practices and the courts for the constitution for Nigeria, this kind crime, waiting be the punishment.
Now serious about capital offense, serious capital offense, offense where you attract death. So now capital offense, now very serious offense. So now those are the offenses in terms as capital offenses. So now very serious offense we ordinarily if you attract death or life imprisonment. So now very serious offense they charge them for.
Okay, so if you just do watch us, we just finish yam with one Ogbonge lawyer where he named Marshal Abubakar and a human rights activist too. He saying been day court when this thing they happen. Now many of them go they ask say waiting Nnamdi Kanu do. For some of them know waiting in do. Others now they know waiting me who be Nnamdi Kanu waiting in do waiting be IPOP. I want to tell you say IPOP now the indigenous people of Biafra and their fight now be say na separatist organization for Nigeria where in main aim now to restore independent state of Biafra for southeastern part of Nigeria. Now then they won't do independence referendum. They want their own country. They say no, this country where they when they join Nigeria like this, say they know they enjoy at all. They say political position no they reach them. They say economic power, even though na then they entrepreneurial and everything. It look like say government they look their side. And so now for 2012, Nnamdi Kanu where be a British Nigerian political activist, where also they took matter on top political matter, come up with waiting then they call Biafra. You see, a contemporary Biafra independence movement. And since then, they begin, they organize events, they don't begin even open radio, they don't begin to do plenty things to advocate their matter, to tell Nigeria government say, see, this country where we get, now we get them, but the way they treat us, we will know they see any good thing for this country. Political appointment, you know they give us. Plenty economic things and better infrastructure where they happen for other places, we know they get them. So then say then they marginalize for English now but for PG me say group of people when know they enjoy waiting they happen for the country. If you say they know they enjoy waiting other part of the country they enjoy. I know for Nigeria we get different regional group. We get the south, we get the southeast, we get the north central, we get the north, and then we get the southwest. And so then where them be southeastern part of the country, then say they know they enjoy at all. Maybe them be the first people where they do all this kind of separatist thing. We don't know say for the southern part of the country, this kind of thing don't happen for south before, where people come out carry gun say now then they come out oil, and meanwhile although they don't know be separatist group, but we don't see agitations from different parts of the country. And these people own their own agitation, say they want their own country, they want Biafra. And if we look back history during the civil war in Nigeria get, we know say now still na this fight for Biafra. So why this fight for Biafra? Why the Biafran people they feel say, the southeastern part of people they feel say then they marginalize? Waiting government don't do to stop this marginalization, and waiting be the movement forward. We don't see say different conference don't hold as to how to make sure say marginalization reduce for the country. We don't do confab, plenty meetings. They don't hold plenty meetings for the country to see how they go unite the country more and to see how they go do equitable distribution of resources for the country. But still yet, this one's never yield plenty result. Supporters of IPOP now exclusively Igbo people, and then they criticize Nigerian government for poor investment, equitable resource distribution, ethnic marginalization, and heavy military presence for the region. We don't hear say, we also know say recently plenty attack don't they happen for the area. Plenty government institutions now then they attack. Plenty we could hear say unknown gunmen, armed men and all of that. But government don't say now these people where don't form one military combo like that when they call ESN, now then they commit this crime. And sake of that, government don't describe them say they're not bad people for the country and they're not supposed to do that kind of operation. Now sake of this, now government they talk say these people now serious security threat to the country, and now make why they take this matter serious. And that's why this matter will be very high profile one with plenty sons and plenty lawyers where go they court on the 26th to chook mat on top this matter. And because now Nnamdi Kanu now inform this group, and people believe say in they behind they sponsor the group, they ginger them we talk for social media or for plenty things. And now this kind of case now the government now they renew and they bring forward, and many other things where they think saying don't do after in John Bay, now then go they bring forward to to see how they go chook mouth for the matter. As the lawyer don't talk before now, he said this kind matter, this case where then they charge them like this, now very serious case, so in either life imprisonment or death. So we will see how this issue go play up in the next coming days. We will see plenty drama go happen for this court, the Federal High Court here for Abuja, Nigerian capital. We go see plenty issues where go come up regarding this case, and many Nigerians, both people where they're international organizations, Nigerians, and even people where they're abroad, go to watch this matter keenly, well, to see how the Nigerian government will handle this matter. So this is not the Federal High Court where they bring on a live broadcast, the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Federal High Court for Abuja here, and now the little where the things where don't happen so far today. Today, in summary, we know say government don't catch Nnamdi Kanu, they don't repatriate and come Nigeria, and you don't show for the Federal High Court of Nigeria. On the 26th of next month, they go start trial, and then go to see how this trial go play. It go be very interesting, and also Nigerian authority they happy say this one don't show say government. If he talk, if they do, he say he go catch all those where they work against the government. He don't start, and this one will be say if they shake, he go cause shake on top those where they do bad things, like those where they do banditry, all those where they do other commit other crime for Nigeria. The government now don't take this one to show say he no complain, say he don't stand up to show those when no want the country to succeed, say then get power.
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Eric Ikilai. I am a journalist with the Nation newspaper.
Okay, you were in the court. You were at the courtroom.
Yes.
Where the Nnamdi Kanu was arraigned. Can you tell us what has happened?
He wasn't arraigned.
Okay.
He was brought to court by the DSS, and the lawyer to the government told the court that the man Kanu had been at large, that he was granted bail earlier in 2017, but since then he jumped bail and has flouted the bail conditions. So he now applied that Kanu be remanded in the custody of the DSS, and that the trial be accelerated so that the case can be concluded on time. The case was initially adjourned till October 20th, but by his application, the court brought the trial back to July 26th and ordered that he be remanded in the custody of the DSS pending then, and asked the prosecuting lawyer to inform the defendant, the lawyer to the defendant, so that they can attend court at the next date. And then after proceedings, Kanu sought the permission of the court to talk and said he was absent in court. He has been absent in court because his house was invaded by some people who killed some people, and that he didn't want to be killed. That was why he has not been able. That's why he went underground and has not been able to attend court. It wasn't that he deliberately absented himself in court. So the court told him to liaise with his lawyer so that he can prepare for this subsequent.
Can you please describe what Kanu looked like when you saw him today?
He looked okay. He was clean shaven. Although he was brought in court earlier, hooded. They removed the hood and he was looking well. He was dressed in black tracksuit.
Do you see him? You know, that was Nnamdi Kanu.
He had little megemu like the one that is white, that is gray. So he looks well, okay, and he spoke well. He looked healthy.
So what did he say?
Often John Were been accused of engaging in subversive activities that include inciting violence through television, radio, and online broadcast against the Nigerian state and institutions. Kanu was also accused of instigating violence, especially in southeastern Nigeria, that resulted in the loss of lives and property of civilians, military, paramilitary, police force, and destruction of civil institutions and symbols of